Are you wanting to be more mentally strong? Well, in today's episode, we're going to get right to the chase. What does it mean to be mentally strong, and how can you do that? And we're going to be looking at it from the perspective of Novak Djokovic, who is one of the greatest players of all time. When he was asked, what does it mean to be mentally strong? So let's go into it right now. When Novak Djokovic, the greatest tennis player of all time, the GOAT, whom I love so much, was asked, what does it mean to be mentally strong? What is mental strength? He paused and he thought for a second and he said, mental strength is mental presence. I know that I'm being mentally strong when I'm present on the court, when I'm not in the regretful past of missing a shot or the fearful future that I'm going to miss a serve. When I'm just right here, right now, I'm in the present moment. He said, that's when I know I'm at my strongest on the tennis court. And he said, the goal isn't about being destroyed by the mind. When he's being destroyed by his thoughts and his emotions and his feelings, when he's not in the present moment is when he is the absolute worst tennis player. He's got all the skills to be the greatest of all time in the world, but he is being destroyed by his mind. And he recognizes his strength comes in from that having a clear mind, of being completely clear in his head and being in the now. The power of now. I mean, and there's no reason, we know why all the philosophers and Stoics and spiritual leaders in the world teach presence. They teach presence because they know that when we are present in our life, when we are present in our work, in what we're doing, and we're fully focused on the now, that's where everything is created. That's where everything that you're wanting can come into your life when you are present. Ram Dass has a great book. It's called Be Here Now. And this is often what I said to my husband, Chris, when he was day trading. I was actually live coaching my husband, Chris, when he was in active open trades. It was crazy because my husband, and I love him, he's so in the mind and he can be destroyed by his mind, by the thoughts he's thinking, the stories he's making up, the worries about the future, the regrets of the past. Like, he isn't present in that moment. And so my work with him was to help ground him into the now, into the present moment. Related to him, two things that I did was I always had him put his feet on the floor. So there are only one acupuncture point at the bottom of our feet. It's called kidney point 1, and it's actually in the middle top third of your foot. You can Google it. It's called kidney point 1. And this is our grounding acupuncture point. So actually when we have our feet on the floor, whether it's a moment when we're feeling stressed or anxious or nervous, put your feet on the floor. Because this is going to have actually your energy system in your body be more in the now. And the second thing I did, I often did Reiki on him. I'd come and put my hands on his shoulders and ground him physically into his body. And I really worked to help him drop his thoughts, let them go. Those are just thoughts actually that are destroying you from being present in this trade right now. And the same with Novak Djokovic on the tennis court. His mental strength, his work, his real work on and off the tennis court was to be here now, to be present in this very moment so that he could see everything. He could hear everything. He could sense everything. His intuition, his psychic senses, all of our senses are brimming wide open when we're here now. I also heard Carolyn Myss, who's one of my favorite spiritual directors. She said that miracles, a miracle healing or a miracle opportunity, anything coming into our life that we would call a miracle coming out of nowhere. She says that they only happen if our energy is 80% in the present moment. We can't be in the past or the future for a miracle to come in. We have to be here right now. And so think about it for you, if you're wanting more mental strength, you're wanting, to be able to have that mental strength in your own mind in order to create success for your business. Maybe you're persevering, you need to be disciplined, motivated, focused, You realize, wow, I need to be mentally strong in order to do what I'm about to do, to pursue that goal that I'm looking to achieve. Well, your work is to learn how to be present. Your work is to learn how to be here right now. And it's really great. Eckhart Tolle said that, I'm going to read it to you. We know that we've reached success in presence, that we are actually present by the amount of stillness and peace that we feel. So your gauge, if you're mentally strong in the sense that Novak said you're mentally present, you will then in your body feel still and at peace. And it's a thing that everyone wants, right? We don't want to feel stressed and anxious and frustrated in our bodies. That just means that's just a sign that we are in the future of the past. So working on our mental strength is not more about learning how to focus and learning how to be motivated. It's actually to be present, to be in the now. And so the best way to measure your success is how present you are, is the amount of peace that you feel. And you know you're in a powerful state of presence when you're at peace. And so whenever you or someone else is feeling stressed, you could say, wow, you're not here. Where are you now? Come back into the room, come back into here, and be here now, as Ram Dass says. You might be asking, well, what do I do, Trey? Yeah, sounds great. How do I learn how to be here now? How do I get into the present moment? I have forgotten what it was like to be a child, and just where children are so in the now, right? Because they're not planning dinner. They're not booking a flight to go on a holiday that's going to happen 6 months from now during Christmas. It's a gift as an adult that we can anticipate the future. We're the only animals known to be able to anticipate a future event in the extent that we do. So it is a blessing and a curse. I'm not saying to not have dreams and goals. I'm not saying don't anticipate the future. However, a vision or an aim or a goal is so powerful. Like Novak wants to win the US Open or to be the greatest player of all time. He has that vision. But how he actually executes that on the ground is to be in the present moment, to let it all go, to let all of that future down, to put all of what happened to him in his past down, and he's on the tennis court. That's what you do. That's what you practice. My goal, I just taught students at the University of Curacao. My goal is to get straight A's this semester. Great dream. Amazing dream. Now be in the now. What have you got right on your plate this very moment? To write a paper? Throw your phone out the window. Read the book. Write your notes. Write the paper. Be here now. We live in a world that begs us to be totally out of the present moment. Distractions, the phone beeping, the TV, overscheduling ourselves. We are so out of the present moment. No wonder we all feel effed sometimes. So our job is, wow, I want to be mentally strong. I want to be the greatest of all time in something. I want to really achieve the life that I want to live. I need to learn how to be in the present moment. I want inner stillness. I want to be feeling peace and having a clear mind. Perfect. That's where your work is. So what I'd recommend, of course, I've done decades of work on learning how to be in the now. I would highly recommend The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Read it. Ram Dass, his book, very small, also beautiful artistic pictures. The book is called Be Here Now. Look, people have wisdom. Books are just bits of wisdom that someone has learned their whole life, and they give you something written down about this, like drops of wisdom. So start with reading, start with books. And as you're trying to be here now, let go of all the distractions and just let yourself learn how to be more with yourself. That's how you're going to create success. That's how you're going to be the greatest of all time at anything that you're doing. The mentally strong people are the most mentally present. I love you. I hope you got a lot from this episode, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.